A star in the scholastic sky, Abelard's early life and intellectual pursuits. Peter Abelard was a leading figure of the 12th century. He was a philosopher, theologian and logician. Abelard was born in Le Palais, Brittany, in 1079. He abandoned a life of nobility to pursue intellectual pursuits. Abelard's sharp intellect and talent for dialectics, a method of reasoning, were evident from a young age. He traveled to Paris, the epicenter of intellectual life. In Paris, Abelard quickly made a name for himself. He studied under renowned masters, including William of Champeaux. However, Abelard was not afraid to challenge his teachers. He engaged in fierce debates with William on the nature of universals. This debate centered around the relationship between general concepts and individual things. Abelard's moderate nominalist stance argued that universals exist in language and thought, not as independent entities. Abelard's intellectual prowess and charisma attracted a large following. He established his own school on the Montagne Sainte-Geneviève. His lectures were renowned for their rigor and insight. Abelard's teaching style was provocative. He encouraged students to question established doctrines and think critically. This approach, while stimulating, would also lead to conflicts. Challenging orthodoxies, Abelard's controversial teachings and conflicts with the Church. Abelard's commitment to reason and his questioning of traditional authority brought him into conflict with the Church. He was accused of heresy for his views on the Trinity. His book, Sic et Non, Yes and No, further fueled the controversy. In this work, Abelard presented conflicting statements from Church Fathers on theological matters. He encouraged readers to use reason to reconcile these contradictions. His detractors saw this as undermining church authority. Abelard's most vocal opponent was Bernard of Clairvaux, a powerful Cistercian abbot. Bernard accused Abelard of pride and heresy. This led to a showdown at the Council of Sens in 1140. Abelard was condemned and his writings were ordered to be burned. A love story for the ages. Abelard and Heloise. Abelard's personal life was as dramatic as his intellectual pursuits. He fell in love with Heloise, a brilliant young woman he was tutoring. Their affair became a scandal when Heloise became pregnant with their son, Astrolabe. They married secretly, but Heloise's uncle, Canon Fulbert, was enraged. Fulbert arranged for Abelard to be castrated. This act of brutality had a profound impact on both their lives. Abelard retreated to a monastery while Heloise became a nun. Despite their separation, they continued to correspond. Their letters, filled with intellectual discussion and enduring love, are considered literary masterpieces. Abelard's enduring legacy, shaping scholasticism and beyond. Despite the controversies and personal tragedies, Abelard's intellectual legacy is undeniable. He is considered one of the founders of scholasticism. This medieval philosophical and theological system emphasized the use of reason in understanding faith. Abelard's emphasis on dialectic, his willingness to engage with opposing viewpoints, and his belief in the power of reason left an indelible mark on Western thought. His works continued to be studied and debated long after his death. Abelard's story serves as a reminder of the importance of intellectual freedom, the power of love, and the enduring human quest for knowledge and understanding. He died in 1142, leaving behind a complex and fascinating legacy.